and welcome. Now, today I'm going to tackle the one thing that throughout my channel has always been an issue periodically, and that is sound. Now, I'm not saying the sound has always been bad or anything on my channel, but it's been something that I've always had to adjust, always had to work on. Right now, I've researched properly and I've got myself one of these. Now this is the wireless go-to by RØDE or RØDE. I don't know how you pronounce this thing properly, but everyone pronounces it this is RØDE. Right. Now these are wireless microphones. I decided to get the go-to duo because, you know, I know that I'm gonna end up needing either the second one for a second person or pussycat there. So let's get this thing open and see what it can do for me. You get a bag of goodies, the leads and the manuals and everything. You know, I do my unboxings very briefly. I'm not entirely like a fan of unboxing videos or anything like this, but I like to show a little bit of unboxing because I know that many of you out there do like it. So here you come with the three units with three little fluffy balls. And ooh, a RØDE or RØDE branded, what do you call it? Silica gel, which you can use as another shaker. Right, so these are like muffs for the microphones here. So you have one wireless receiver here and two wireless transmitters. So this one is the main unit, this. And then you have two other ones, which are, you know, you can clip onto your shirt or your clothes or something like this, or wherever. As you can see, they have microphones here at the top. And I think this wind fluff kitten, whatever you call it, I'll call them kittens, is cute. I'm not going to call them dead kittens, I'm just going to call them kittens. So this, you know, is obviously wind, air, breath. Okay, so let's turn this on, providing it's charged. I'm taking it's not charged. Okay, so this comes completely dead, not charged at all. So I'm connected to my battery bank. You get 3 charging cables with this, because obviously there's 3 units to charge. And you get a 3.5mm jack cable to connect to the camera. Okay, so this thing arrived completely dead, so as you can see here, I'm just putting it on charge. I've been using these track shot microphones by Konica. Yes, I know, I'm thinking Konica as well. The reason why I got these is because I do like stereo sound, and you know, where I can adjust the stereo. I will do a video review on this Konica one soon, because I've got a few things I want to say about this. But today we concentrate on the RØDE wireless go-to. So we turn this on here, press it for 3 seconds. And we have the main one here, and then you just turn each of these on. That's one. You can see it's got a nice VU. And this is the other. So I'm going to connect you straight to here now. Okay, so we have both the microphones here acting as, actually they're acting as stereo microphones. So this one here is the right, this one here is the left. Now you can either have it in stereo mode, where this happens, or you can have it in mono mode. So each of them will be in both the, you know, they'll be mixed in both the speakers, the stereo channels. So you just hold both of them, and you, as you can see now, you know, no matter which one you speak into, they are, you know, in there. So this you just clip on your clothes. And now because of this, you can hear me clearly, or I can just put it on a desk or anything like this. Okay, so you've got 3 gain controls here. You can put it on full like this, which is too much. It's making it clip and I have to talk really quietly. You can take the gain down where it's really quiet. Put it in the center when it's just fine. That's coarse gain control. You have more options in the RØDE software. in stereo mode. Neelix can be talking in the right and I can be talking in the left. Now, one thing I'm liking about these is that they don't have to be clipped on me. I can just put them on the desk or put them close by wherever I'm doing my reviews or electronics projects or anything like this, or playing in the Amiga or something like this. You know, they can just be like close by, so I can move them. They're wireless. You know, I'm really liking that about them. Now, bear in mind, each of these microphones, you can actually connect a lapel microphone or a lavalier microphone. I don't know what the difference between a lapel and a lavalier is, but there's a socket here, as you can see here. I was looking for it just then. You can see a socket here. Now this thing here actually has internal recording, so it will record up to 7 hours uncompressed audio and 24 hours compressed audio. So that it has a backup, and if you turn it on, it'll always be recording, and you don't have to worry about it. If it gets full, it'll start recording on, you know, over the first files that it's recorded. The only thing is, it has a RØDE Central app, which is a proprietary app. You cannot just drag WAV files, you know, off this. It has its own proprietary format, so the only way to do it is export the WAV or the MP3 from the actual RØDE Central app. So that is a little bit of a downside, that it has a proprietary format, and also the other extra settings are in software. I won't lie, I'm not liking too much the leaning towards the software switches of functions in things lately. Now, the first thing recommended to do once you get this is download RØDE Central and also update the firmware on each of these things. You have to connect each of these and update the firmware on each. Now, one thing I did a review on was the Zoom H2N. I remember getting this, and it is very nice. I still stand by it being a really good recorder. It's not just a microphone recorder, it's also a digital recorder. So you can have a line in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. You can hear the pigeon in the chimney. Now, just to compare, I'll plug in the Zoom H2N. Now, this is a good microphone. It'd be good as a backup microphone if I want to record extra tracks of the background and things like this. However, the problem with it is the ceilings are higher in this house. So if I move further away from the microphone, you can see now how much it picks up the reverberation. So it's good for if I want to record background sound. Let's say, for example, I'm outside, I want to record the birds tweeting, things like this, and just give the atmosphere in the shot here. But the problem is, for my voice will get lost. It's not directional. It kind of is, but not fully directional. These, however, I can just take them and I can put them closer to me, I can move them around, and they are more directional. So let's connect our RØDE devices to this. There's only 2 USB ports, unfortunately. Update required. Okay, so you can just update each one of them. So here it says the update firmware has been completed. What's happened in my speech today? So we have the receiver here and the transmitter here. And of course, if you had a third USB and you connect the other one, you'd have 3 devices here coming up. So you go into the receiver first, and of course, you know, we've updated the firmware. So you have the extra settings here. Now, you remember earlier on when I was struggling with the gain control, it only had 3 steps. Well, it's on course, so you can actually change it to fine, and now you can change the gain in 10 steps. Now this is much better, because earlier on I was skipping between step 2 and step 3 because, you know, step 3 was too sensitive, step 2 was too quiet. So this is going to be much better. It's going to have like 10 steps, so I can like go in between at least. As you can see here, once selected to fine, you can change the gain in 10 steps. This is, you know, you can change this on the actual button itself, the actual receiver itself. With the hardware buttons. There's split mode and there's merge mode. Now with merge mode, you've got the option of having the safety channel on. Now the safety channel is basically an extra recording, an extra track recorded with lower gain. Now this is for, let's say for example, you're interviewing somebody and they talk into the microphone a bit too loud, or they've just, you know, one period of time they've spoken loud or anything like this, there's an extra track recorded with a lower gain, and you can actually replace sections of track with the lower gain one, so it kind of saves you. The button, if you want the button to act as a marker, a new marker, or if you want to act as backlight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn backlight off because, you know, it'll save battery. Okay, so we have the two transmitters here, but their firmware is updated. Now, you click on one, you'll notice there's nothing here. However, you're supposed to connect this cog gear. What's the difference? Cog or gear here, and you can activate recording. Now, with regards to the record options, the backup and always thing that you see on there. So when you select a record backup will only start these recording once they are paired with this, once they are linked with this wirelessly. Now when you select to record always, this will start recording the moment you turn it on, regardless of the receiver. You don't even need the receiver in this case. This will just start recording a file instantly. So you can use this independently, as well as this. They're the same. So for now, I'm gonna set this to record backup. Now if you select this to broadcast quality, uncompressed, it has 7 hours of recording time, and it takes around 30 minutes of your battery life. If you record as compressed, standard quality, you have, well, it says 43 there, but apparently it's 24. I don't know which is correct. But it only takes 10 minutes of your battery life. So that's up to you. And I'm gonna test between them, uncompressed, compressed, if there's such a difference. If there's not that much of a difference, I'll probably stick with compressed. Now you have pad settings here. Now the pad is if you want to limit the input gain. Let's say, for example, you're in a very loud environment, or you have the microphone too close, or talking loud, or you're interviewing someone who talks very loud, then you can just turn the pad settings on and it will reduce the gain. I'm going to leave that off for now until I realize I need it. The LEDs, you can have them dim or bright. This is, I think, if you want to, if you're recording yourself interviewing someone and you want to conceal that you've got a microphone clipped to your shirt or something, then you could just put it on the dim, because bright ones will, obviously, there'll be a microphone light flashing. But I'm just going to keep it on bright. I don't think it affects the battery life too much. If it does, I'll just put it on dim. Now the power button here, you can set it to marker, you can set it to mute. I'm not going to set it to mute, that's not a good idea, because just in case you kind of mute it and there's no signal coming through, it's a bit risky then. So you can set it to neither, but I'm going to set it to marker. Now once you use this thing and you figure out, exactly what settings you are, you can just literally just set these settings and just forget about them. Now as you see here, the moment you turn one of the transmitters on, it detects it, pairs it up, and starts recording straight away, as you can see from that little recording. Now let's test the recording on these things. Hello and welcome. MsMadLemon here, testing the RØDE Wireless Go 2. Now let's test the quality of this. Okay, so we have the recording I just made here. I will connect this directly to your ears. Hello and welcome. MsMadLemon here, testing the RØDE Wireless Go 2. Now let's test the quality of this. Now personally I feel that that's acceptable sound quality. Especially saying that I'm going to use this mostly when it's directly connected to the camera and the camera will record. But other than that, I'm actually happy with this and how everything works. I do wish, however, a couple of the things were available as buttons here, as in things like the pad buttons. I'm curious about this, about the distance and everything. Is it capturing my voice directly clearly, or is it capturing the reverberation in the room, so forth. So I'm gonna step back from these a little bit, and I'm gonna talk into them like this. And if you notice any reverberation or not, it's difficult to monitor my own talking because I can actually hear myself from my own head. So it's not, the easiest of ways to tell. But if these actually capture the voice direct and like reduce any reverberation and everything is clear, then these are just perfect for me. And I don't know why I actually didn't research a bit more and get these sooner, because I have been struggling with sound. I'm gonna at some point do some outdoor testing because these fluffs need to be tested. So, I will be going out for a photo shoot tomorrow. Like, we have photography, film cameras, digital, so forth. So we're gonna take our cameras out and just have a geek out and, have a photography session somewhere. These fluffs slightly smell of Play-Doh. Fluff for fluff. He's still not impressed. Well, then again, he did purr. She's getting some attention. Snoring away. Okay, so I'm here on a mezzanine in a public place with lots of people and with the microphone clipped onto my clothes. So I want to kind of gauge how clearly you can hear me versus the background sound here. Okay, so I'm here now. I've got both my microphones clipped on. I wanted to do it in split mode. I definitely feel I need to take the sensitivity down when I'm in public. So I really like this 10-step, the 10-step sensitivity thing, as opposed to the coarse. I think the 10-step should actually be default. I don't see any point to the coarse settings. It's something I've always loved doing. I've always loved people watching. We have our falafel. Just waiting for Rich to come. Oh, that's Rich over there. He's getting something from the Italian bakery. I thought he waved at us. What's he getting from the Italian bakery? Here he comes. Oh, you have to rescue the girls.
I thought that was a what? I thought she had a dress on.
I think now you know what are you supposed to be doing?
I thought he was collecting burgers.
Collect the bird. Collect the bird because it's just like shoot everyone else.
can't respond quick enough.
Thanks so much to all my patrons for supporting my channel, especially to you very kind top tier supporters of mine who deserve an extra special thanks. Rich Garbett, Electronscape, Axel Dominator, Aaron Metcalf, Corey Ostman, Mark Bosak, Starlight Minako, and Chris Sebelinski. Have a lovely evening everyone. Until next time, adios!